We've been talking about this, The Fighter, a true story of two brothers who come together to try and win a world championship and become boxing legends in the process. Christian Bale plays Dickie Eklund, a former pro fighter who has sunk into a life of petty crime and drug addiction, but he is there for his brother. I am thrilled to have you in the studio here with us.
Thank you very much.
We've had Mark and Amy talking about the flick.
Right,
yeah.
It's been a fighter week.
We've been showing you some love.
I didn't know that. I appreciate that very much.
Well, we think it's very important for people to see this because it's about redemption, it's about family.
It is. It's not just a boxing movie. I mean, boxing is a wonderful backdrop for this movie, but it may not be a typical Christmas family movie, but
True.
It is a family movie, and it's all about loyalty and the nature of that, and at what point it's sincere and loving, and then at what point it becomes unhealthy, and how you have to redefine your relationship with your loved ones in order to succeed at times, and how painful that can be. But just they have just this incredible bond between the two brothers. It's a real yin and yang. They couldn't have done it without the other. And against all the odds, you know, they managed to become world champions.
And you played the big brother who everyone thought was going to be the champ.
He was the star, you know. He was going to be the breadwinner. By the age of 13, he was fighting in illegal fights where he would pretend he was older. He had fought hundreds of fights before he fought Sugar Ray Leonard when he was 21. And he was the great hope for the family. He was the breadwinner, and I think the burden of that just kind of took him down, and he loved to party, and he would just, Dickie is phenomenal in that he can, if there was an award for staying up all week, not sleeping, drinking, partying, and then jumping in the ring and winning, he'd get it hands down. But eventually that caught up with him, and then he got into crack. And the crack just owned him, and he couldn't do it after that.
Many of us remember that HBO special that he
was
a part of.
Oh, you do remember that?
Yeah.
Wonderful, right. Yeah, which was, you know, it was a disaster for the family because they didn't know that was what it was going to be about. But ended up with Dickie pushing it too far. He ended up doing jail time, and as he said, it was the best thing that could have happened. It got him clean. It got him clean in the head.
Yeah.
And for the first time, he realized that his time was up, and it was really time for his little brother. But it took some convincing of his sisters and his mom to let them know, hey, the mantle has to be passed right now. But he did it incredibly successfully. He left jail, and then he trained his younger brother to become world champion.
And that's perfect setting up this, because the clip we're about to see, he's out of jail, he's clean, and he's been hard on his brother. Now he wants to be a help. Here it is, The Fighter.
All right, I know you can't stand me.
Really, what makes you say that?
I ain't got no use for you either, all right? But my brother loves you. And you can't just run away because of me. He don't deserve that, all right? So I will quit if you want me to quit. I swear to God. I will quit if it means you come back, all right? But I want you to think about something. Mickey has a chance to do something that I never did, that in my time I never had.
Yeah, you know what, we respect you for on so many levels, and you're getting a lot of Oscar buzz about this.
That's
you look
nice.
at that, you dropped 30 pounds for that role. You became Dickie. And when you see at the end of the film, you see the real Dickie, and I know you spent a lot of time with him, you're like, oh my gosh, you are him.
Right.
But you said you had to tone him down?
We had to tone him down a little bit. Dickie is a larger than life character. There he is. There we are. All right, Dickie. And he also speaks Dickinese, is how we call it. He has his own vocabulary, which I'm fluent in. But we would get, Dickie and me would be rapping on the set, and no one else would have a clue what we were saying. And you know, David O. Russell, who's just done a wonderful job with this, he would tell me, Christian, we know Dickie's like that.
Yeah.
All the crew members know he's like that, but nobody else does, and we got to bring it down a little bit, or else there's going to be subtitles needed.
Yeah, there's no budget for the subtitles on it.
Yeah.
A final question: Batman. The third time is a charm.
Right.
Is it going to be the last time that we're going to see you
I
as?
believe it will be.
Really?
I mean, this is really down to Chris Nolan. If Chris told me that he had found another story that he felt was worth telling, then obviously I would want to do that. But
Yeah.
the plan was always that, leave when the going's good, and let's give it one more shot. And Chris has found a story that he thinks is worth it, and you can trust him. He's a damn good filmmaker.
Yeah, he is.
And we'll be doing that. And to get in shape, let me plug Dickie a little bit here.
Ah.
To get in shape, I'll be training with Dickie at dickeklund.com. And if you want to be trained by a fantastic trainer, somebody who's trained world champs, and got my butt in shape,
There he
go
is.
online, dickeklund.com. All right?
You got a lot of heart there, Christian. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure Dickie appreciates that too. I know he's had a lot of fun.
Well, listen,
being a
I
part of it.
appreciate his help. You know, he didn't need to help me, and he helped me so much in preparing for this.
Can you give us a little Dickinese as we go away?
Oh man, I don't know if anyone would understand what the hell we were saying if I started doing it. It takes me a little while to get up to it, and then it's gone. I'm gone after that. I can never get back. You know, nobody understand what I would be saying.
Know what I'm saying?
It takes me a while. That was, you know. It's like kind of when you get a frog and you stick it in cold water and it doesn't know it's getting boiled alive. That's how long it takes before you get into Dickie, because
That's one way of putting it, Christian.
Yeah, no, that's how it is. It takes a little while, but once it's in there, it doesn't leave you.
Well, you're the
really.
man. Thank you for sharing
you so
your
much.
talent. And you can catch The Fighter. It opens today in New York and Boston and Los Angeles. Then it's going to expand nationwide next Friday. You're going to be sure and check that out.